Alrighty. And welcome back, everyone. This is the First Inning Radio Show. We're back live. And if you clicked on this video, I want to thank you for clicking on the video. And if you did that and you hear me say this, please hit the like button. Please share. That's the only way you can donate and know that you care and we care by clicking the like button and sharing and subscribing as well. So this is the First Inning Radio Show, and I'm the BX Bomber in 2011, along with Roger, the Big Yankee fan. Say hello, Roger.
Hello, good evening, BX Bomber, and things are going pretty good. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. And this will be our last show before Thanksgiving, and then we'll do our next show on Friday. And
Yep.
we do have a little bit of information that has happened today. Jay Happ, who had a rather messy divorce from the Yankees are not bringing Jay Happ back. He is being pursued by the Boston Red Sox, as a matter
Go
of
right
fact.
ahead. Even better. Even better. Thank you. Go to the Red Sox so we could really slap you. Yeah.
Right. And Charlie Morton, who the Yankees might have had an idea about, is off the table now. He has signed with the Braves for a 1 year, $15 million contract. And Blake Snell, who you were face to face with and got the autograph, the Yankees were wondering if the Yankees may look into a trade with the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't know if they would trade within the division because the Rays are looking to trade Snell to give them some wiggle room financially, and we would wonder if the Yankees would be looking into possibly making a trade for Snell. He still has 3 years and $39 million on his contract, and DJ LeMahieu may have some more suitors. There's a number of suitors. The suitors grow for DJ LeMahieu, but the Yankees still have the inside track, and DJ LeMahieu really would prefer to stay with the Yankees. As of right now, he is looking for a 5 year, $100 million contract. And it is said, it has been reported that the Yankees and DJ LeMahieu are making very good progress, though, on contract negotiations. And also, Aaron Boone, his contract option has been picked up by the Yankees for the year 2021. So Boone will be back as manager for 2021. And here is the Ticketmaster situation that we could talk about. You were the one that alerted me about Ticketmaster and how they may they would want to require a COVID-19 vaccine or proof of a negative test for COVID before entering a sports venue or a concert event. And apparently Ticketmaster has backed off of that a bit now. They have the infrastructure in place to do something like this, but when you go on Ticketmaster now, they're just talking about taking temperatures and talking about how certain venues may have their own policies. But it appears that they are backing off of this COVID-19 policy for now.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Nobody was going to go through that. You know what I
Right.
mean? And let's talk about the DJ LeMahieu situation. And
Sure.
now, on the other side of town, Robinson Cano's 162 game suspension without pay, violating MLB's Joint Drug Prevention Program, cleared $20.25 million for the Mets payroll in 2021. So
Yeah.
now the Mets become a big suitor for DJ LeMahieu. Now the rumor goes that he could become a New York Met because he said he wants to play in New York, but he didn't say the Yankees. You understand?
I see.
And he also said that before with the Rockies, oh, I'm gonna play for the Rockies forever, and look where he ended up in the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna go by what Cashman is saying or whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta go by you gotta put yourself in the player's shoes. Okay? Now if I'm a player and if I'm DJ LeMahieu, MVP year, slugging awards and all that, I'm going to the highest bidder.
That's usually how it works.
I'm going to the highest bidder because, and I'm going to go to a team that's in playoff contention at least. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now, I'm DJ Lemahieu. You DJ Lemahieu, right? Now you see the situation is going on. The Yankees got no pitching, right? The
Hmm.
starting five for the Yankees pitching is Gary Cole, Luis Severino, Jordan Montgomery, Davy Garcia, and Clark Smith.
Yeah.
That sounds weak. That sounds
Right.
weak. Now you know as a player if these guys can make it or not. And you know these guys ain't gonna make it. Right? So your best bet
Right.
is to go somewhere else. But now here's the problem. Now, here's the problem. Can somebody pay what you looking for? Now, DJ LeMahieu, he wants to go like 5, 6 years, right? On a contract. And probably
He's looking for 5 years.
yeah, he's looking for 5 or 6, right? He's trying to get 8 if he could. But the money
Oh,
yeah, but the money is gonna be good, but he's gonna play on a crappy team if he takes that route. Now, if you go with the
right.
route with 5 years, 6 years, you may be able to find a team, 2 or 3 teams that could pay you that money for 5 or 6 years. Now, if you want to go the 1 year route, any team will pick you up. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And that's the most popular thing right now is to do the 1 year deal. You know what I mean? In baseball, the 1 year deal, because
Right.
you can end up on a playoff team tomorrow and win a World Series. It's about collecting rings now. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You gotta try to get lucky. And that's the whole thing. So will DJ LeMahieu stay as a Yankee? I hope so. But I truly doubt it because I wouldn't stay here. Now, I would only stay here if you have no choice. You know what I'm saying? All these other teams are offering you money, but you know they ain't gonna make it to no playoffs. So you got no choice but to stay with the Yankees. Am I right or
Right.
wrong?
Yes, I don't doubt it though. I believe that the Yankees have the inside track on Mayhew, and I'm about 80% positive that he probably will sign with the Yankees. That's my intuition. And I mean, the Yankees. Here is the thing, though: all teams have lost a massive amount of money, and with no fans in the stands, they have lost billions of dollars. Major League Baseball. So, if anything, the winter is going to be slow. It is going to be slow, and many of the free agents that deserve these multiple millions by baseball standards may not get it because all of these teams have lost large amounts of money with no fans in the stands. So I believe the winter is going to be slow, and possibly the free agents will not be paid the way they think they deserve to be.
Yeah, that you brought up another great um angle at it because now, like you said, Yankees haven't been making any money. The Yankees
Right,
haven't made any money at all because they don't want to do anything extra. So they rather keep everybody home and not do nothing and try to pocket the money what they have. And now they might not have money to pay these people. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah.
also you have to think as well that the tax the tax on the teams, the
Right. The tax threshold for the tax to kick in, the tax threshold is now somewhere, I believe, around 210 million for a payroll.
right, so they're gonna be voting on it this year. I think this winter they're gonna be voting on it to extend that. So
Right.
it might go up to 300 million or 280 or 260.
Wow.
It might double. I mean not double, but it might increase 10, 20, 30%.
Wow. Wow.
So
That is,
then again, the Yankees haven't made money, but now they got more money to spend. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
They got more money to spend, but do they have the money to spend? That's the question. I don't know how much is in the Steinbrenner's family pocket. So
Oh, they're loaded. They're loaded. I mean, in comparison to us, they're loaded. They're billionaires, and the Yankees are estimated. The franchise itself is estimated by Forbes to be about $5 billion franchise now.
yeah, of course.
And Steinbrenner basically has a personal net worth of about 2 billion himself. So they have multiple billions of dollars, and also the Yes Network. They get about 40% of their income through attendance at the games, and they get a huge amount of income through the Yes Network in advertising.
So there you go. They've been robbing Yankee fans for years. That's how they make their money, robbing you and robbing me of
Right?
of 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 how you say
Our,
lies
yeah,
on 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 lie dreams, on
we're
false
crazy.
dreams.
We're
Huh?
crazy. We're crazy Yankee fans that have a passion for baseball and the Yankees, and we're the ones that love going to the games. So obviously, we will have to pay the ticket prices because those are our main love for entertainment is the Yankees and baseball games. So obviously, they can rake in the money off of us.
It's true, man. And they claim that they do all this for the community, but they really don't do anything for the community. You know what I'm saying?
Right? Not
Is
in comparison to what the franchise is worth. We were talking about that they're a $5 billion franchise, and many of the small businesses around Yankee Stadium, the souvenir shops, the restaurants, all of those types of things, are suffering very badly with no fans coming up to Yankee Stadium. And the Yankees have offered to pay a $50,000. They have donated $50,000 to the local businesses, but there are many other charities that have donated quite a bit more to those charities. So $50,000 is nothing to sneeze at, but when you consider the amount of businesses that are there,
yeah,
it's a small amount for the Yankees to really offer.
yeah, $50,000. That's nothing. That's one store owner's rent. You know what I'm
Right?
saying? And,
Exactly.
and and then again, I know that somebody's screaming at the TV, "Oh, the Yankees do a lot for everybody." No, they really don't, because they use other people's names to do stuff. Perfect example. I didn't hear about it this year. I don't know if they doing it or not, but the turkey drive, right?
Yeah,
The turkey drive is done by Pathmark, right?
right. They
And
have sponsors
right,
that put
but
up.
it's not them giving out the food though. You understand what I'm saying? They
Right,
using Yankee Stadium to distribute the food, but it's
right.
not the Yankees paying for it. You understand what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
Pathmark. It's these other people paying for it, not the Yankees. The Yankees don't give nothing away for free. Nothing. Not nothing. Only fan appreciation.
bobblehead.
No, 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 not even the bobblehead, because
That
they're paid
you
for.
don't give anything away, including bobbleheads.
No, yeah, exactly. Nothing is getting nothing, because it's all a sponsor.
Yeah,
Um,
they have a sponsor.
Budweiser gives some. It's either Budweiser, Canon. All these people give that away to the fans. It's not the Yankee. They just use the Yankee logo to promote it, and if they're lucky, they can get a player to be with them. That's about it. That's all as far as they go. You know, and and,
They
and
do marketing. The Yankees are marketing, and then they have sponsors that actually put up the money to pay for these things.
exactly, it's the sponsors. It's not the Yankees. And not only
Right,
that, not only that, this the Yankees, the Yankees itself, and the fact that they put on this baseball game at Yankee Stadium is destroying the community around it. Okay, let me explain why. You got all these businesses that can't make money because they're not serving to this type of public. You understand? Only for
right.
the restaurant are making money, and the pizza shop and the regular grocery store, but you got the other little restaurants that don't get anything from these people. Not only that, let me the Yankees, they close off the streets, right?
I know
So
they used to do that. They used to put up those police barricades leading right from the subway station to the stadium. And then
yeah,
they have all of their own restaurants and everything right in the stadium. You get these suburbanites come in and they know they're coming to the South Bronx and they're weary of the South Bronx and they'd just be happy going right into the stadium and not frequenting the community, and they're happy to go right into the stadium and have everything right there, restaurants and everything. There are a lot of suburbanites that come into the community, and they did have it cordoned off where it all went right into Yankee Stadium.
exactly. And that right there takes away from the business, from the outer skirt businesses. Yeah, the
Right,
sports bar makes money, stands, and the little merchandise guys, they make their money, which is great. But I'm talking about the guys up a little bit on Girard Avenue and over there, and
right,
on the other block, I forget the name of it now, but it's but well, I don't want to lose track. Um, they take away the parking from the games as well. They
right.
close off the streets. I'm talking about the people that live next to Yankee Stadium are
Hmm.
miserable. Like people like me, I live next to Yankee Stadium, are miserable. It's miserable when the game is on because they 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 cut off these streets. They make traffic worse. Because they have these traffic guys just standing on corners doing nothing. Meanwhile, the traffic problem is like 3 or 4 blocks down, and there's nobody over there to decipher the traffic, and they're all huddled over next to the stadium doing anything, watching cars. You know what I'm saying? They don't help the situation. They more is more horrible, man. But damn, man, and here's another thing I want to see the Yankees do. Okay, if the Yankees are about it, about community, right? Let Bronx residents have a discount to Yankee games.
Sounds like
If
a
you
very good idea to me.
damn right, and the Mets should do that as well. If you're a Mets fan and you live in Queens, you should be able to get a discount because you live in the borough, and because
Exactly.
if you live because majority of the Yankee fans they coming from Westchester, they coming from out of state.
New Jersey, Connecticut,
They
Westchester.
exactly so there's not too many Bronx people that come to the games, and like all these bloggers, Yankee bloggers, all these Yankee people that talk Yankees, they all live in Westchester. They don't
Right.
live in the Bronx. They don't live down here, except for McFly or whatever. But he's whack anyway.
Yeah.
He's
You
whack
know,
anyway. He's garbage, and people
you
waste
know
your
this,
time on him. So go ahead, waste your time.
The South Bronx is the poorest congressional district in the nation. The South Bronx area is the poorest congressional district in the nation, actually. And a lot of the people that live in the Bronx are just getting by at best. It's much better than it was in the 1970s and the 1980s.
Yeah.
When the landlords were burning down the buildings and everything to collect insurance money, it looked like a war zone for quite a period of time. But it's much better now. But also, I don't like the idea of gentrification because gentrification is building up, revitalizing an area, but then it is pushing the residents that have lived there for years out of that community and bringing wealthier people in.
Yes.
And it's pushing the people out of the community when the rents go up and things happen like that. So that's why gentrification is not always the greatest thing going on. And also, there's a thing called red zoning that insurance companies do, and they do it quite a bit to Black and Hispanic communities, where they won't let Black and Hispanic communities get the proper insurance.
Right.
And it is, the Black and Hispanic communities are always the low man on the totem pole and are always the ones being screwed over, so to speak. And it's been that way in this country since the country existed.
Yeah, it's true, man. And right now, like you said, the landlords is getting over right now. They're getting them white people in them buildings, man. And they're
Right,
charging them for a studio apartment. It goes for like 13, 1400 for a studio apartment. Okay?
right,
A one bedroom is like $1,600 over here. And they're
right.
getting them for that. They're getting them for that. Man, they see that white boy, white girl coming down and say, "Oh, I got a sucker right now."
Yeah,
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
exactly. I hear you. I know what you're saying,
And
but
then, and then you living in an apartment that's roach infested
right, right, exactly,
because all those
exactly,
apartments around there are horrible. All of them are
right,
horrible. And if it ain't your apartment, it's the one next to it. And them roaches is coming in from the apartment next to that to yours.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Because there ain't no brand new buildings in the Bronx here right now. They're building
No,
they're building like skyscrapers right now,
hmm
but they're still being built. Like there haven't been new buildings built around Yankee Stadium area. So you're living in a crappy place. Let me tell you. If you're living
it's
in
the South
around,
Bronx. It's the South
yeah,
Bronx. I would,
sucks.
I would, yeah, I would say that there is now, but in New York City altogether, I think maybe possibly just the borough of Manhattan itself has 16,000 empty apartments now. I watched some of the real estate brokers go on YouTube that are showing apartments and everything. I could never afford to live in New York City, even with a major discount. I'm such a low income person. But they have over 16,000 empty apartments in Manhattan itself. People are getting out of the area because many people have learned that the white collar people and the people that work with computers are learning that they could work from anywhere, with online working, and they can do their own work at home type things. So many of these buildings in Manhattan, that are office space, they could stay empty for a long period of time because people are learning that they could just be online and work from everywhere, anywhere. And with all of the restrictions because of COVID-19 and everything closed down in New York City, no restaurants, no shows, no nightlife, the lure of living in New York City is gone. And then people are just stuck in small apartments. So people are leaving New York City, and New York City is losing tax revenue, and New York City is going through a bit of a depression right now.
Yeah, man. Just the other day I was downtown in Manhattan around Bloomingdale's and stuff like that. All the stores are closed, man. All of them.
Right.
Old Navy, all those brands that you talk about, they all gone, man. All the stores is gone. It's like
It-
literally like a ghost town. And I don't blame them because New York City is the worst place to live, man. Honestly,
mhm.
man. Because everybody trying to get over on you here. You know?
Oh,
If it ain't the neighbor, it's the guy outside or it's the cop trying to pull you over. You know what I'm saying? You can't get away in New York. Me personally, if they were to give me $1 million right now, I'm out of here. I'm going West Coast, Southwest Coast down there somewhere. I'm out of here. You can keep the
wow.
Bronx, you can keep New York City. This place sucks, man. It's horrible, man, what they do to people here. And and
Oh,
and, and you can holler and scream at the top of your lungs, and ain't nobody gonna listen to you, man. Ain't nobody care, man. That's the sad part. Um, the um, the righteousness of people, it's gone in New York City. You know what I mean?
oh,
Yeah, man. You're on your own in New York, man. Your neighbor could rob you. That's how it is here. You can know your neighbor for 10 years and he'll rob you. That's New York. In a New York minute. In a New York
wow.
minute. You know? But
See, I like New York City, but with the anxieties and things that I have, I come in and visit and everything, but I could not live there 24/7. Because the massive amount of people and the congestion would get on my nerves quite a bit. It would cause my nerves to fray quite a bit. I can come in for the Yankee Stadium or go to the top of the World Trade Center or go to museums and that kind of thing, but I don't think I could live there full time.
it's hard, man. You Roger, if you feel that way, you won't be able to ride the 4 train. You won't be.
Right.
I can't do it, Roger. That's why I got a
Yeah.
motorcycle. I cannot ride the 4 train because of anxiety and all that stuff that you just said. I can't
Right.
do it. So imagine you and you're at 100%. You know,
Right.
I live in the city, so you can make it. You can give me like 20, 40%, but that is a lot and enough for me. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying? I can't do it. I can't do it. no more.
What I'm saying
The
is I could do it for occasions. I go up to Yankee
Right,
Stadium.
but I'm saying
You,
every day. I'm saying living
yeah,
this and doing it
every day,
every
every
day
day
on the
would,
4 train. It's packed. Coronavirus, pandemic, it's packed on the 4 train.
right,
Packed. Okay,
right.
you're holding on to the pole, and your face is in somebody's armpit. That's how you
Yeah,
ride home all the way to Yankee Stadium. Okay, you try that
yeah,
every day.
yes, exactly. I hear you. But anyway, so that is the latest now with DJ Lemahieu. I tend to think that he will stay. You doubt he will, and I tend to think that he will.
No, I
So
pray that he does, but
right,
I'm playing devil's advocate and looking at it from a player's perspective.
yeah,
Now that the
yeah,
Mets are gone, I mean the Mets. Uh, Now that Robinson Cano is gone from the Mets,
right,
he can get that 20 million for 1 year.
right,
He can take a 1 year deal and say, you know what, I'll go for the Mets because the Mets are in playoff contention as well.
right,
You know,
right.
they're
That's
always away. They're always a game away to go to the playoffs, and they can make it. Because they
yeah,
got the Grom and all these guys still there. They still have a pitching staff there. You know what I mean? I think their pitching staff is better than the Yankees.
yes, yes.
You know?
In some ways, I know how you say it. In some ways, I envy you living so close to Yankee Stadium. Though I know you're saying there's a lot of trouble with traffic and different types of deal problems and setbacks. But remember, there's setbacks and problems wherever you go. If you're down here in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, it's very rural. Everything is spread out. There's not much happening at all down here. It's a
I'll
very
take it.
rural.
I'll take it in a heartbeat. We can
Yeah,
trade. I'm telling you, man. Even though it sounds good, Yankee Stadium and all that, and
right.
living across the street from Yankee Stadium, it sounds good. But when you live this life and do it every day, you're like,
Yeah,
yo, I'm ready to break Yankee Stadium. You understand what I'm saying? You ready to break
but
the windows.
you might become bored out of your gourd down here.
No, I'll be fine, man. I have plenty to do. Trust me when I tell you, man. I have plenty to do, man. I'm that type of person that I'll get into it. I live life, man. No matter where I go, I will live life.
We have
And
a lovely state park. We have lovely scenery, rolling mountains. Well, hopefully in 21, we'll see how 21 goes now.
yeah,
You know, like last year, this year we were planning on maybe you coming down and visiting for a little while and seeing the scenery and seeing the national park and that kind of thing. So we'll see how 21 goes because we had so many plans for 20. I had tickets for us for the World Trade Center for you and me and Giselle. And we were going to do that. We were going to do the Brooklyn Cyclones again. We were going to get to Yankee games. You were possibly going to come here for a visit. So the whole 2020 was a wash. It
yeah, it
was a
sure
wipeout.
was, man. Nah, it was, but it was good though. I
Yeah,
mean, if you made the best of it, you made the best of it, and we all surely did. So it came out pretty good. So we know now, um, that we can live life without the most expensive stuff. You know what I
right.
mean?
Exactly. Right. You and I, we're everybody's a Zoom person now, even including corporate news. Everybody's on Zoom. They're doing political meetings on Zoom, and they're doing national events on Zoom. Everybody's doing Zoom. Zoom must be raking it in right now.
Yeah, man, they're the top of the line choice, man.
You
And it's
know,
great because you can have many people talk on the same channel with you, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean?
right?
And talk to
Exactly.
millions. Or
Anyway, the way it looks right now is those are the news stories for today. DJ LeMahieu may have some more suitors. The Yankees still have the inside track. Aaron Boone is going to be back for 21. They have picked up his option. Ticketmaster has backed off on the COVID-19 vaccine and the COVID negative tests. And also, there is some talk of COVID tests for home use now that may be coming out. COVID tests for home use, but I'm not sure of the accuracy of them. How they could give false positives. But that is the latest thing that may come on, like home pregnancy tests, that there could be some home COVID tests.
No, it's a good idea to do the COVID test because people need to do it for work, and the lines are around the corner in these neighborhoods right now just to take the
Right.
damn test. But what do you think about the vaccine? You think you're gonna take the vaccine? I'm not gonna take it because it's only good for a
The way I
year.
feel about it is I'm still in a wait and see mode. And the reason being is I realize that they have released they have it coming through with emergency use. And many people are saying that there's new ways of doing these vaccines, and it is a coronavirus vaccine, and that it is safe now. But with it being done in less than a year, and usually it takes at least the fastest vaccine that was done before this one took up to 4 years to do. So this one feels like it's been rushed through,
Right,
and they're rushing it through. And from what I understand, this initial code, there's Moderna has one out and Pfizer has one out. And from what I understand, these vaccines are not even preventing the COVID-19 from getting COVID-19. It is lowering the symptoms. From what I understand, it is lowering your sickness level. And I still have apprehensions about, us being guinea pigs and us being given this after it has been rushed out. And, and we are supposed to be monitored for 2 years after we get after we get the vaccine too. So think of the intrusiveness of having all your information followed, and you have to take one shot, and then 2 weeks later you have to take another one, and then they monitor you for side effects. And suppose there is side effects after 2 years, then what? They say, "Oh, I'm sorry." So I'm going to wait a little while. I'm going to do the best I can to wait a little while. I don't like the idea of being a test case.
hey, shout out to Bryson and Henry on the check-in there. But
Hi, Bryson. Hi, Henry. Thank you guys for taking interest in us.
listen, the vaccine is only good for a year,
Right.
and the people that they've been testing the vaccine on, they gotten real sick.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then they're sick for like 2 weeks more. Like it wears off type, like the sickness wears off after 2 weeks. Like I'm not gonna take that to get sick. You know what I'm saying?
And you could have achy muscles, and you could have
Yeah.
soreness
I don't
and
want none of that. That's the
soreness in
thing.
the area where the vaccine is given. And so I'm going to do a wait and see for now. I'm not going to be the first online. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna be the last online either. You know what I mean? I'd rather be a day late and a dollar short on that one.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man, but nah, it's scary
Bryson,
stuff, man.
I just want to say to Bryson, thank you for taking interest in us, Bryson. And hopefully 21 will be better than 20. And we'll see how it all plays out. Right now, the pandemic is very strong, and there's many problems happening this winter. But if 21 works out well, I would like to see you at Yankee Stadium and meet up with you, because you're a very nice guy that really supports us. And also with Henry as well. You guys are very nice to support us.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, we'll set a date and time so guys can meet up at a game and stuff like
Right,
that. You know,
right.
but I'll tell you one thing, man. Because we can soon end this show.
Okay,
But I'll tell you one thing: if the Mets grab DJ LeMahieu, we're done. We're done.
right.
I think we're done. I think you can get any pitcher you want. We're gonna be doomed. The Yankees ain't gonna have the same spark, man. Like
He
he
really is
brought.
a spark plug. He is a spark plug in the combustion chamber. He lights the fuel air mixture.
Oh man, and you know what? I forgot to talk about this, man. Before we go, um, well, no, not the. See, man, where the hell is it? But they're trying to What's in my Instagram? The Yankees are looking into this left fielder. I don't know if you know about this.
No.
Rumors have it the Yankees are a potential trade destination for Cubs left fielder Kyle Sh-
Schwarber.
Schwarber,
Schwarber. Yeah. He is a star.
and
He's
that
a
could and
he's
he could take the
one of-
place of Brett Gardner.
yeah, that is a possibility. That we'll see how that goes. I mean, also there is some trade rumors where the Yankees are being thrown around with Nolan Arenado of the Rockies, who is a star player, but he's the third baseman, and we're really set. I mean, we have Rochella. We're going to try to get DJ Lemahieu. I mean, sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have a great outfield though. Yankees have a good outfield if they bring back Brett Gardner. I
Right.
think they are all right, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how much the Yankees have. I don't know how much money the Yankees have. You know,
They lost a lot.
that's the
They are
thing. And if we lose DJ LeMahieu to the Mets, you know they're gonna get this guy.
yeah, yeah. They have lost a lot. I think they say they have lost the most of any Major League Baseball team, possibly the Dodgers as well. But also, what I like to say when they're talking about getting Kyle Schwarber or whatever is I tend to have a little bit of loyalty towards the players. I'm not rooting for just the uniform. I like the players that are in the uniform. If they do a good job, and if I believe they could still do a good job, I'm always more for sticking with the guys that we have because I tend to develop a fan relationship with them and like them, and I have a certain amount of loyalty to the players that we already have.
Yeah, and it's sad because Brett Gardner, he's gonna fall into that category of forgotten Yankees. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
he's looking for a deal to play next year, and the Yankees don't pick him up. Now he's automatically retired. And then years go by, and you forget about this guy. We forget that we had a great left fielder, and then he turns
I
into
did.
those forgotten Yankees. You
I
know?
did read a report that Brett Gardner is on their list of people they want to re-sign. They probably, as we did on our last show, that reporting is that they are looking to re-sign Brett Gardner, and as we said on our last show, they are making Tanaka a priority as well.
That's bad. And the Yankees are also trying to trade Luke Voigt. They're shopping Luke Voigt around too.
I know I've heard all kinds of rumors. I'm not really talking much about that because right now those are rumors. And my goodness, Luke Voigt is built out of granite, and he hit 22 home runs, and he played on a bad foot all year, and that's what I'm talking about, loyalty. And I would not be, and Michael Kay also said it, I would be not too quick to trade Luke Voigt, and I don't know how much of that is just rumors.
I would
All of these speculators out there writing columns, they have to have content for their columns, so there may be no basis to it at all, even.
Yeah, you're right, man. But those guys, they deserve to be on the team because they already put so much effort already, like you said, and they already
Right,
have the experience, and they already have that feeling of lost. So
right.
they want to win together as a unit. So why break that up? And but they really need to get it together with Miguel Andujar though down there because I
Yeah,
don't know why they keep him. I don't know why he's playing third base in the Dominican Republic. He should be playing a different position. So when he comes up to the majors, he's already used to it. You know what I'm saying? He got his feet wet already. You
right.
know?
As you said on the last show, he could be their super utility man and have DJ LeMahieu, who it has been reported is an outstanding second baseman. Keep him permanently on second.
Yeah, and when DJ needs a day off, you got Miguel Andujar to put in there. You know what I
Right,
mean? And now you still have a bat, you still have a glove and all that, and you still have defense. So
right.
I don't know,
Exactly.
man, but the Yankees are losing off on that guy, man, because that's a bat that they can really, really use in the lineup, you know,
Right.
on any given day, because he doesn't have to play every day neither. And he could play every day just by giving the guys a day off,
Exactly. Exactly.
you know? So, but anyway, those are some things to talk about. Uh, I want everybody to hit the like button, hit the share button, please. That's the best way to donate to the first inning. It's free of charge. Just hit the like button, subscribe, and share. That's a way to tell us that you care.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone
And
again.
happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We're gonna watch 3 football games in a row on Thursday, and yeah, man. Hopefully we have great news by Friday, the next day, and
That'll be Black Friday.
we'll have a Black Friday first inning, and we'll talk
Yeah.
about whatever on that day, and we'll have a good time. So I guess that'll be it. And thank you for watching, guys. And we'll see y'all on the next one on Friday at 5 o'clock. So
Take care.
stay tuned and see you later.